and increase existing purchase order with Pannoni Associates, Inc. of Clearwater, Florida for professional services in connection with repairs at Pier 60 in the amount of $28,350, bringing the total to $127,850, and authorize the appropriate officials to execute same.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. Matthew Anderson, Assistant Director of Parks and Recreation. The item before you is for a purchase order increase to Pannoni Associates for damage that was done to Pier 60 during Hurricane Idalia. We originally had contracted with them to come in and do structural assessments of the pier above the water and below the water and determine how significant the damage was. At the time, we actually had water over portions of the T end of the pier during Idalia. The damages were proven to be pretty extensive. The majority that was covered in the original contract. During those investigations, it was determined that we need additional submerged land lease work done, permitting and things like that, and that's what these additional funds are for. This will help us finish out this project with, as far as getting the drawings and things together to ultimately do the project. So this is all the upfront professional services. But that is the reason that this increase is here, because additional things were determined during the original contract. And I'll answer any questions at this time.
Is there anyone here from the public that desires to speak to agenda item 6.5?
I'm not really sure how it works in this call, but if somebody in the public doesn't want to speak, but they want to, they can allow me to speak for them.
There's a group card that they
Oh, there
can
is a
fill
group.
out, yes.
I'll do that on the next one. But for everybody that wants to allow me to speak for you, can you please raise your hand?
They have to, oh, okay, so you can only accumulate up to 10 minutes.
Okay. It seems like I got 10.
Well, no, but I need to have the names and they need to sign and
No
make
worries.
sure that they stay within the room, they cannot leave.
No worries, they're not leaving. None of these people are leaving.
Is this with regard to, Mr. Taylor, is this agenda item?
Yes,
you're
sir.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
So you're accumulating time for this?
Up to 10?
We will see how long that I have to speak about it, because I'm actually.
No, you can only accumulate up to 10 minutes, so for each person
Okay.
who gives up their 3 minutes to speak, you can accumulate up to
So it's my
additional
3
minutes.
minutes plus another
plus the
7.
additional, yes.
Okay, perfect. It probably won't take up to 10 minutes, I don't think, but I just wanted to make sure, because some of them, they want to give me the option to speak about this agenda item. How y'all doing? Dressed up really nice and snazzy. Want to make sure I didn't scare anybody, but anyway, we're going to pass that. I actually do agree with this. You know, I have to have a place to go fishing on Clearwater Beach while I open carry. You know, when I carry my AR-15 on the beach. And to fix Pier 60 is actually something that's going to benefit not only myself from 4 hours away, but it's going to benefit all the citizens, because it's actually a beautiful pier. It has a lot of great things going for it. I didn't know that it was in disrepair, which is a good thing. You know, I always see all the vendors and all the stuff that's going on there, which is amazing, which, you know, that's part of Clearwater is the beach side, you know, and I would love to see, you know, I'm not trying to talk about downtown, but I'm just saying I would love to see that energy brought over to Pier 60, you know, bring Pier 60 over to downtown, but we're not speaking about downtown area today. And once again, the one thing I would say about Pier 60 is if you're going to do a lot of these renovations, I would also look into maybe possibly, you know, lowering the cost of, you know, I know that when you go to the fishing pier, my fishing license is covered, you know, and obviously I pay $17 for a fishing license every year, or if I have a lifetime or blah, blah, blah. But, you know, maybe lowering the cost would generate more revenue for the fishing cost. You know, obviously it's like only $1 or $2 to walk out on the pier, which is great, you know, for people that want to get out there on the pier. But for the fishermen, I think it would be very beneficial if you could possibly lower the cost maybe by a couple dollars. Because that way, you know, not only for me, but for the residents and everybody else that comes to Clearwater that would love to fish. You know, the only thing I didn't see, I looked at some of the PDFs, and the only thing I didn't really see was, is there going to be extensions, or, you know, I know obviously you can't comment on it, but you know, if there's gonna be any type of extensions or what are the upgrades that are going to happen is more of my question. You know, obviously that I've been there at least probably 3 or 4 times. I really enjoy it, but I could see some things that could be better. You know, whether they're pier nets, whether they're, to be honest, the only thing I can really think of is just more pier nets, because that's the one thing, like if you catch a fish and it's big and you don't have the net, there's not enough nets on there. So that's what I would say about that. And once again, like I said, I'm not trying to use up all the time. I just wanted to make sure that hopefully, you know, from some of the people I spoke to, I hope I nailed some of the things that you might have had concerns with. Because, you know, it still is $127,000, almost $128,000 that's going into this, plus a 28, or bringing it up to $128,000. You know, I hope that whatever it is that's going to happen at Pier 60 is very beneficial, not only for myself, but for all residents throughout the state of Florida. So thank you.
Someone else who desires to speak to item 6.5? If not, council discussion. You know, you know, that, I just, Mr. Taylor, that was very helpful. We enjoy hearing from anybody how we might make Clearwater Beach or Pier more successful. So, you know, hopefully we can keep that spirit. You know, we're just all trying to make our city more beautiful and thrive better, and appreciate you sharing those positive thoughts.
Hey, we can go beer and pizza at Downtown Pizza after this, man.
With that, yeah, with that, I'll entertain a motion to,
Motion to approve agenda item 6.5.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous.